What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Welcome to my little segment that I have going on every Tuesday night. Make it make sense. I'm Skin Deep, artist, songwriter, dancer, creator, just all around goofball. I don't know why, but I have the giggles tonight. Um, so I'm gonna be having two co-hosts. I started off with this segment doing having one co-host join me for the hour, and I decided, you know what, double the fun, right? It's better. Two is always better than one. So I decided that from now on, unless I just don't feel like it anymore, um, for the first 30 minutes and then the second 30 minutes, I'll have two different co-hosts joining me. So tonight I'm going to be having local South Florida artist, songwriter. He's a rapper. He goes by the name of Lil Rick Rick. You can find him here on Instagram at Lil Rick Rick No Good. We're going to find out why he says he's no good because as far as I'm concerned, his music is amazing. So I want to see what that's all about. And then in the second half, we're going to be having, you can call him viral sensation. He's definitely TikTok famous. He goes by the name of Hood News, and he's really hood, but he keeps it real. So thank you, everyone. Lovely Ruthie, hey girl. Curly Tempo, what's up? Enter the stage. Thank you all for tuning in. Um, After the first 30 minutes, I will sign off and then jump back on with my next co-host. But me and Lil Rick Rick are going to be talking about so many different things. I can't wait to get into it and see what's been on his mind lately that he's been trying to make sense of. Tonight, I just want to let you guys know I am wearing Liquid Poetry Bezos by Red. This color is called Survivor's Kiss. This is actually one of my favorite colors. I always find myself just throwing on this color. I have so many of her colors, but this one is like my favorite. And she just released a new summer collection, and in one of those colors, she named it after me, which was really sweet. It really took me by surprise because nobody's ever really come to me and been like, you inspired me so much just by, what you do and your personality and who you are and what you do, that I decided I'm going to name my product after you. So that was really sweet. I need to start wearing that color more, but I just always go to the Survivor's Kiss. And I think it's because, you know what? I'm a survivor. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to work harder. So there we go. I've got my incense going. I've got that Nag Champa brewing. And now I'm about to sip on this mint tea, Erykah Badu style, before we get into some tea right here on Make It Make Sense. Biovent movie. Thank you for tuning in. There's Lil Rick Rick. Okay, we're going to get him on in a second. Hood News is tuned in. Oh my God. Can't wait to chat with you later. Let's see here. And everyone, feel free to comment any topics that you want to hear me and my co-host speak on tonight. You are more than welcome. What's up, Rick Rick? What's up, Rick Rick?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's up?
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining me as my co-host this week. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem, no problem. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you. So go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone that's tuning in or that will see this later on. Tell them who you are, what you do, what you got coming so that they can follow you and keep up with whatever it is that you have going on or about to have going on.
All right, well, my name is Chad, but I go by Lil Rick Rick. My middle name is Ricky. My dad is Chad the First, so they call me Lil Rick Rick. So I'm a music producer and father, hubby, whatever you want to call me. So,
Okay.
what
All
about
right.
What about you, Michelle?
What about? Well, I already introduced myself, so
Oh, missed that.
I think,
Missed that.
huh?
I said I must have missed that. I got on a little late.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. They already know who I am. They're tired of hearing about who I am. They want to know who you are.
And I'm boring. I'm a nerd. I'm a sound geek now. So
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
why you so dogged up?
Listen, this is making make sense. I can't come on here looking like Scruff McDuff. I gotta come on here representing.
You gotta give me a heads up or something. I should have been dogged up too. But that's yeah, I
So,
ain't got my makeup on.
gotta put your lashes on.
Right, right. So there, right.
Why do you call yourself? Well, it's your Instagram handle, but why do you call yourself Lil Rick No Good?
Well, like I said, I'm a junior, and my dad name is Chad Ricky.
Hmm.
My name is Chad Ricky, and they call me Lil Rick Rick. So,
So where does the no good part come in?
well, no good is a hood where I'm from. It's
Okay.
actually in Carroll City. It's
Okay.
that's by Lake Stevens. I don't know if you ever been in that area.
No, I've been to Carroll City, but I
Uh,
haven't been to that part that you mentioned.
it's right off of 183rd and like 52nd. It's a school over there called Lake Stevens Middle, and
Oh,
right across from there is an area called North Glade, and they call it the gangsters called it no good growing up. So NG the two letters North Glade, so they just flipped it to no good.
okay. Well, check you out getting your Martin Luther King Jr. on, carrying on your community name. Okay.
Turned it into a label. Me and my cousin Biaki. So you,
All
you,
right.
I'm gonna introduce you to him one day when we roll up to your studio session one day.
Okay. That sounds good. Yeah, because I haven't, I mean, I've heard some of his music, but I don't really know him. I haven't had any interaction with him.
What's
So,
some of his music, bro?
yeah, because your last album, I believe he was featured on there, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yep, yep. I produce most of his music too, so
Okay.
you want
So,
to one day. Yeah,
okay.
the
I'll be
rundown.
I'll be looking forward to it. What you sipping on tonight?
I ain't sipping on nothing. I'm about to
Just,
sip on some sleep in a minute.
okay. Okay.
You know, you my partner, so I mess with you the long way, so I had to do
I appreciate it. So
it.
what's been on your mind lately that you've been trying to make sense of? With so much things going on in the world.
So,
Oh, what the hell? You
I love it.
what you wrote? Okay, you wrote your notes down. Okay.
I got some questions for you. I'm gonna flip the interview on you. So
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna just,
You know what? That's funny. You're the second person that has done that because I had Boulevard Burt. Do you know who Boulevard Burt is?
it sounds
Okay.
serious. I think don't he substitute his uh something with B's or something like that. I think I seen his name before.
He's an artist, but
I
he did
his
he was
name.
on with me. He was on with me last week, and he did the same thing. Like he flipped it on me and started asking me questions, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's gonna be a mutual experience. I just
Okay,
got it. So, like I said, I'm nobody. I'm not
don't don't say that. Yes, you are. You're very talented. Your music is popping. Don't say that you're a nobody because you are a somebody. Because if you were a nobody, you wouldn't be on here.
keep going. I'm listening.
Wait, lovely Ruthie says slipping on some sleep is good.
What? Let her know. Oh, that's what I'm about to get into soon. I don't know. I had a long day. I work underground for FPL,
Hmm.
so it's tiring, man. But I went cycling today for my first time, so I don't know.
Okay.
My Insta snap, I posted my new bike since they
I
take
think
fitness away from us, so I had to go get.
yeah. Yeah, definitely. Because you know what I think it is? I think part of the pandemic is to cause people to come out of this with obesity, high blood pressure up the roof,
Oh yeah,
high cholesterol. Because taking the gym away from us, and then even starting to limit us with having to wear the face mask outside while we work out. People can't work out with face masks on.
that's a huge concern. on us healthy at all. Like
Mhm.
especially through the food industry. Like
Mm.
the
Mm.
stuff they give us is just ridiculous.
Oh
If
yes.
you get into it, like oh yeah, that's one of my notes too. I'm a huge conspiracy theorist. It's right there. I want to
Okay.
talk about some conspiracies. But
Okay.
um, yeah, food is just awful, man. They don't. I remember and the Illuminati is real. I'm gonna sound crazy on here, but y'all stick with me. The Illuminati is real. And if you look it up, they got a card game called the Illuminati card game, and it's like they playing life like it's a game of cards. Like they just pick a card, play it. Like
Mm.
Donald Trump had a card, and they call it the Trump card. That's where the Trump card come from, that term.
Mm.
And they had one card about food, and it's like each card got a description, and it say, you don't know what's in your food, but we do, like mocking us.
Mm.
So I don't know. I always think about that. Like when you get a chance, YouTube the Illuminati card game and look it up. Like it is mind blowing. It's like hundreds of different cards.
I do agree with that. Um I do feel like the powers that be do are some kind of way poisoning us by the stuff that they put in our food, like gluten and all the sugar, because sugar is a drug.
Yeah,
And honestly, like, I'm guilty of being addicted to sugar, especially like with Starbucks. Like, I have this serious addiction with Starbucks. I mean, I've been good the last couple days because I'm really trying to watch my figure, especially with all this slowing down and staying home and not doing this, that, and the other.
I saw that. You know we gotta stay thick out here. Come on now.
For I, but it's true. But sugar is so addicting. It
Yeah,
really is addicting, and it's in everything.
drug. It's definitely a drug. I feel like I be itching when I don't have candy.
Oh yes,
It's,
like you looking for that high, that sugar
yeah,
high.
yeah, and I'm like, wow, I'm really addicted to this thing. Like I can't not candy. Ever since I was a little boy, I just can't knock it. I eat
Yeah.
candy 24/7.
Mm.
Thank God I still have a mouthful of teeth, but
Yeah. Can
that's
you
not
imagine what you would look like with no teeth?
what. Oh, we all out here. So I'm trying to slow down now,
Yeah,
but it's really that's a drug. It's
it
a
is.
drug. They just won't admit it to us, but
What
that's the first one.
that's just so interesting that you mentioned. See, I know a little bit about Illuminati. I've heard about it here and there. I haven't really gotten so deep into the research of it, but I didn't know that there's these cards that you speak of, and that, the food card talking about, you don't know what's in your food, but we do. I totally feel like that is so real though.
Yeah, they don't care for us at all. Like, and it's just it's I don't see how we've never seen it. You know.
Mhm.
Like, it's so obvious how they lead the world that they don't care about us, man.
Right.
And that brings up like the protests and the black that like they got a police card too,
Mm.
and it's basically it just shows it's like a black hand in the picture. It's like a picture like your tarot cards. It's
Okay.
like a picture. There's a picture of a black hand and a cop, a white hand with a nightstick, and it's like that always bring me back to the movements, the Black Lives Matters movements, how they're attacking people out there, martial law got a card. Like they're gonna play this game of life like a game of cards. And
Mhm.
any given time they just play a different card and just keep the game going. It's a big game to them.
Wow.
Leaders. So I don't know. We just gotta try to navigate and maintain, but it's not meant for us to live through it.
So what are some ways that you think that the Black community can kind of group together and overcome the enemies that don't want to see us ever get higher than them?
See, me and my cousin had a deep talk about this, and I always tell him, why don't we just fight back?
Mm.
Like,
But they are doing that. I mean, there's plenty of Black folk out there, brown, a bunch of minorities out there fighting for our rights.
so I'm just
So
saying, Hey, did you see that video of all those people marching with like their automatic weapons the other day?
I did. I caught a glimpse of that.
What was that? I heard that was in Georgia, but I still don't know what the movement was. I didn't get no description about it and that's like who that was, but that's the kind of movement I agree with. And
Mhm.
right now to me, the playing field is almost even. We got as much guns as them too.
Mm.
And I don't know. I feel like to get real change is by any means necessary. Like Malcolm X had a point.
Yeah.
This peaceful way, it don't do us no justice. Like they laugh at it basically. It look like a slap in the face every time because we'll go out there marching, they'll go kill somebody else right around the corner. Or another state, they go kill another kid, another black person dead. Or now they lynching. It's just getting worse and worse because we're not responding how we should to
Mhm.
perspective. And I'm not with the peaceful protest. I support it. I
Mhm.
support it, but I wish we would just bring the thunder.
Mhm.
I really just wish we'll bring it already and
I
get
I really wish that people that are in positions of authority would stop acting like they're a god and come back to reality and remember that they too are a person just like that other person they may be dealing with or roughhousing with. And I think a lot of people in authority, they forget they forget that just as easy as it is to ruin someone's life, it's just as easy to say, oh, this is not really that big of a deal. I could work with this person. I pulled him over because he was speeding or, something minor. And
yeah,
instead of blowing their brains out, it's very easy for them to say, listen, I'm going to let you go this time, but I may follow you to,
to
wherever you say you're going.
someone safe. Yeah,
Yeah. And if you speed all the way there, then I'm going to have to arrest you or give you a ticket.
but choosing to kill these people, that's the problem.
Yes. And I feel like it all goes back to that God complex. Like, yes, I'm authority. I can make or break. So let's just go ahead and, because in their mind, this is like some type of big G.I. Joe game or a video game in their head. Let me go ahead and make this and break this person. It doesn't have to be like that.
They power tripping 24,
Yeah.
24/7. And I'm not throwing all the cops into one group, but
Mhm.
you know, the bad apples, it's just too many of them.
It's too much.
It's
It
too many.
does.
So I got one of my classmates, she's an officer, and I'm not gonna say her name, but she had just wrote me because of a couple of posts I was putting up, and over the last couple months, you just get angry, just keep seeing certain footage online, just this story, it just get worse and worse and worse. So, and I said, you know what? We just need to start killing cops. That's what I said. I said
Mm.
they wouldn't like it if we go out here and kill a cop.
Mhm.
If we were to kill a cop, how they kill us, it will be all out war. You know, it
It
would be.
would.
They wouldn't like it. They wouldn't
They
like it.
wouldn't.
And she
They
felt some
wouldn't.
way, and she responded like, "So you think me and my father deserve to die?" And I'm like, honestly, the bad apples is affecting all of y'all at this point. And I'm sorry, but that's how I feel.
Mhm.
And I feel like, yeah, somebody need to die. Somebody need to pay for this because they're killing us and they're getting away with it. No repercussions, not even getting arrested. Not
Yes.
even they not even opening the cases. So
Yes.
I feel like to open their eyes, somebody it needs
Yeah.
bloodshed.
There does. I agree. There does need to be harsh punishment because if it was a non-authority person, they'd be getting harsh punishment in a second.
Exactly.
And it's just like it's just because you work in authority or just because you're a judge, just because you work for DCF, just because you work for DCF doesn't mean it's okay for you to go ahead and take people's children away for abuse and then nobody take your own away for you abusing your children. It's
Yeah.
the same thing. It should be the same thing for all people in that position all the way around. And I agree. That don't make no sense. Like, help me make that make sense.
Eye for an eye in my book. Like
Mhm.
let's stop with this peaceful protest. I mean, it worked. It worked. It worked. But are they still killing us? Yes, because it's no harsh repercussions for their actions. Like, okay, Breonna Taylor officers, they not arrested. Let's go find them. Let's go find them. Let's terrorize them. Let's hurt them. Let's do something. Like forget forget since they just forgetting about law enforcement, let's forget about law enforcement. And I know people not gonna take that approach, but that's my thoughts on it. Like I would lead a
A
revolution.
revolt. Mhm.
Yeah, the real
Yeah.
way. Like Malcolm wouldn't play this. I'm serious. Malcolm X wouldn't play no boy. Excuse me, no boy like this.
Mhm.
But that brings my
Yeah.
next question. How do you feel about the movement as a parent? Like you're a mom of
Mhm.
two beautiful little boys, and just recently when the Black Lives Matter movement was going on down here, they had some in Pembroke, Miramar, and close by my house over here by the Hard Rock, and I was gonna attend, but my mom, she called me so adamant, like, no, I don't want
Mm.
to go. I fear for your life. Like,
Mm.
I feel like something's gonna happen to you. They out there shooting people, they killing, and I was trying to convince her, like, okay, we need to stand up. You can't. It's not the time to be scared.
Mhm.
So I just want to know how you feel about that as a mom. Right.
Um,
Well,
I myself wanted to get out there too and do. I bet I was gonna go out there dancing and not no booty dancing, but like African dancing and chanting. Bring a drum, let people know who drum. I was gonna like really go all out, but you know what I'm saying? I was gonna let these Puerto Rican roots come all the way out. Okay, we were gonna take it back to Africa if I was out there. But unfortunately, I personally couldn't go because I do have two small children of my own, and I'm not dragging my children out to no protest. I'm not gonna do that to them.
I'm gonna take my children. I was gonna go solo, and
Mhm.
honestly, I told her I wasn't gonna be on the front lines. I just wanted to be in the cut, pass
Mhm.
drinks. I have a huge cooler. I was gonna fill up with water. At the time, Publix had water on sale, like 3 24 packs for $10.
Mm.
At the time, I bought packs of water, and I was gonna
Mhm.
go. And she like, we having this conversation. She like so adamant on me not going, and like talking in tears almost, like she don't want me out there at all. So I didn't go.
Mhm.
Um, it kind of hurt my feelings. It made me feel bad, like worthless, useless, like I'm just no help at all to such a great cause.
Yes.
So, as a mom, do you think she was right? Do you think she was wrong? Because, oh, I got to tell you her comments. Also,
Okay.
the comments she made, it was so ignorant, and it kind of upset me a little bit. She was like, oh, it's not like they taking attendance, and oh, they don't need you out there. They got people out there fighting for y'all, and I'm just like, Mom, you're black as well. Like, how could you just sit back and do nothing? You know? And this is the time now. Our people are starting to wake up. This is the time we need to be out there. We need to do something. We need to help. Like the least I can do is go pass our water. That's the least I could have did, to keep the
Mhm.
march going. And she just wasn't having it.
She was
She
against it.
yeah. So I respect.
Well, on that's there's so many layers there, but mothers know best, and I don't think it was so much that she didn't want you to really go out and support our own. Maybe she might have just had that intuition feeling hit her, because mothers do get that. Like, that's why I say mothers do know best.
Real thing. No, woman's intuition is a real
Yes,
thing.
yes,
I hate
very
y'all
true.
so much for that. I hate y'all for that. So, like, I used to be on my little sneaky stuff, and boy, hit that Jackie just calling me, man. I'd be like, God, what is it? Like, that woman's intuition thing is so
Yes,
true, man.
it's a natural thing we all have.
Thing. I
Yes,
hate that about y'all. But
yes.
go
It's
ahead. I'm gonna cut you off.
that's a God sent gift.
Yes, it is. It is. It
He
is.
created us to all have that gift.
And boy, that's a sucky gift, boy.
Well, don't be doing no things to sneak around then. Don't be doing nothing sneaky.
I'm a saint now. I'm a good boy. I don't do nothing.
All right, all right. Um, how do I feel about that as a mom? Um, I probably would have felt the same exact way that you felt,
Okay.
honestly. But I mean, if it was me with my sons, I would support them. But maybe it also could attribute to, maybe your mom just has more of an old school mentality. I think times are so different. Like, the times of protesting is so different now than it was back
Yeah,
then.
yeah, it really is. And that's what
And
I was
then,
trying to.
like,
Not the
mhm,
same. It's not
mhm,
the same intensity like it was back
yeah,
in the civil rights movements. Like it's not the same. So I felt like I would have been okay going out there just to hand out drinks or something, And
well, you felt that, but maybe she felt something else. And I don't think it was necessarily in reference to, like, oh, you shouldn't be out there protesting because you don't have no business. I think maybe she just felt like you just might have been caught up in some crossfire and she just didn't want that for you. I think that's what I think.
yeah, yeah. She just if something just told her to tell me not to go. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
respect that
But
decision.
I am so I am so grateful and I'm so thankful for all of those people that really went out there, for like people like us that really wanted to be there but we just couldn't. Cuz let me tell you, if I had a babysitter,
Oh, I
I
would
would have
definitely
been I would have been out there
tell
doing
you.
booga
I,
looga 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 looga. I would have been doing all my chanting.
I wish I didn't voice my opinion to my mom so much, and I would have been out there. But
Mhm.
I'm so transparent with her.
Mhm.
She asked me how I felt about it, and I told her I want to join. So I didn't lie, and she told me how she felt. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I wanted to be right there with my brothers and sisters, man.
Yeah. The same here.
It's
The
just,
same here.
it's historic. It's historic.
Yeah.
Like, we getting change out of it, especially some change has come, and
Yes.
some change is still on the way. But I don't know. I wish I was there.
But unfortunately, the and you mentioned this not long ago. The craziest thing is that the officers that are responsible for Breonna Taylor's death are still not arrested. They're
Okay.
still not penalized. They're still not scrutinized.
Nothing.
They're still not nothing. And
Nothing.
that's so what's even crazier to me that I keep trying to make sense of is they killed her in her own house while she was sleeping. They already had the people that they was looking for. So
Exactly.
whatever they was doing with this fall, they went to the wrong place for the wrong
This
person.
disrespect has got to stop. They disrespected that girl and her mom so bad. Even after killing her, they sent
Oh
the mom
yes, I
wild.
heard.
How you send her on a wild goose chase? Oh, she's already gone to the hospital.
Yes, yes. And then she go to the hospital. They tell her to wait, and then they turn around. They have her waiting all these couple hours, and they say, "Oh, she's not even here." Yeah, oh man, I would have lost it. I would have
Oh,
lost it if that was me.
not even on the way. Her body was still at the scene.
Right. And
All
then they
that.
wouldn't even let her. They didn't let her nowhere near her.
They didn't let her in. Detective didn't let her see the warrant. Detective didn't even really mess
Nothing.
on the crime scene, really.
So that makes me think, honestly, because she was an EMT, so she's already linked up with other medical professionals, right? That makes me think that maybe someone had beef with her. Maybe someone, in that realm of the industry she worked in was, maybe they had a boyfriend that was a police officer, or maybe they had a cousin or a brother or uncle that was a police officer, and they just went to them and was like, I can't stand this girl. She gives me an attitude. Because we don't know what she was like towards people either.
There's no telling.
There's no telling what could have happened. But, people can be nasty and sneaky that way, telling their people that they're connected to, hey, I don't like this girl. I wish she would just disappear. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, someone's basically being killed in this manner, and we don't know why. I think it's some type of beef that maybe she did have with someone, but someone in the medical field.
Yeah, in that realm with I don't know, but it just a slap in the face after slap in the face. Like it just they don't care. They really don't care. They're killing all black people with a smile on their face.
Mhm.
The guy that was on the dude neck. Oh, there you go. I can't hear you now. Mm-mm, nothing. Just call me back. That's Instagram for you, man. Can you hear me? Conspiracies. I'm telling you, the conspiracies. They muting us. They trying to silence us. All right, let's call back. Let's hang up and call back.